Unlock the door to mystery with one very short story. The Micro Podcast filled with morally complex characters, twists you won't predict, and endings you won't forget. Every episode is a brief, intense journey, perfect for listeners who crave mystery, intrigue, and stories that leave you thinking long after the tale ends. Today's episode begins now. She existed in moments of magnificent chaos. Dolores, a name I whispered like a prayer, each syllable tasting of copper and honey on my tongue. Her unpredictability pulled me into her orbit, a helpless satellite circling her volatile sun. A kiss or a kick, it didn't matter. Any contact was sacred communion. The night I followed her home, rainwater seeped through my jacket, cold against feverish skin. Through her open window, I watched candlelight dance across her face as a man's hands, not mine, traced the geography of her collarbone. Something fractured inside me, a sound like glass breaking in the distance. I didn't remember kicking in the door, only the sudden shock of standing in her living room, the air thick with sandalwood incense and surprise. The man spending time with Dolores moved before I could speak. His fists connected with surgical precision. My blood looked almost black against her white carpet. Dolores watched, face unreadable, eyes reflecting twin pinpoints of light from the overturned lamp. I lost this battle, but the war for her heart had just begun. In the months that followed, I reinvented myself through pain. Each repetition at the gym was an offering to her memory, bicep curls and bench presses becoming rituals of devotion. My body transformed while my mind remained fixed, electrons frozen in their desperate orbit around her nucleus. When fate finally granted another encounter, Dolores and that same man from her apartment, so long ago, were arguing outside a nightclub called Eclipse, the neon sign bathing them in sickly blue light. His hand was frantic with gestures. Her back was pressed against a brick wall. She looked frightened, intimidated, in need of a hero. My moment had arrived. Wrapped in righteous fury and misguided destiny, I pressed forward. The punch I'd rehearsed 1,000 times never landed. Instead, her boyfriend's fist found my solar plexus with devastating accuracy. The air evacuated my lungs as Dolores' stiletto heel drove into soft tissue. Concrete rushed up to meet my skull with a hollow crack. Through swelling eyes, I saw recognition dawn on her face. Vincent? My name in her mouth was everything, validation that I existed in her world. The mace came next, liquid fire consuming my vision. Dolores sprayed me until nothing was left. I howled. But beneath the agony lay ecstasy. She knew me. She remembered. Days later, I was still in the hospital, waking in and out of delirium from the pain meds. The last time I was fully awake, someone was shoving paper into my hands. I glanced down long enough to recognize what it was. A restraining order was just temporary, a formality really, a small obstacle in our inevitable journey together. After all, she said my name. As soon as she lifts this restraining order, we're getting married. I just know it. Thanks for listening to One Very Short Story. If today's story hooked you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It helps us grow and keeps the suspense coming your way. Want to dive deeper? Check out the podcast description to learn more about the show and explore special offers from our sponsor. Until next time, keep dodging bullets and stay safe in the shadows.